kick back and catch a vibe. We at home with Lisa.
Hello everyone, welcome to At Home with Lisa. Hi love bugs, welcome back to the channel. Today you all, we are going to be working in my pantry. We're going to be doing a realistic and simple pantry organization. As you can see now, it's pretty cluttered, you know, things are out of place and it's time to pull things out that may have expired. It's time to possibly use some different bins, but also reuse some of the bins that we already have in there. So what we need to do is we need to take everything out, and then we need to clean the shelves. And after cleaning the shelves, then we need to add our containers that we're going to use to help us to stay organized. And then we'll start putting all the dry goods back in and the liquids as well too. So thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time here, I hope this is content that you're interested in, that you like, and you would be interested enough to click on that subscribe button and the notification bell. And also, if you like this particular video, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up and leave me some sweet, loving, and kind comments down below. So y'all, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of talking. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of work because y'all, it takes me at least 2 days to do the pantry, okay? And it did take me 2 days to complete this pantry. And like I said, I just want to be realistic where we can go in and move things and put them back in. And I wanted it to be simple as well too. Sometimes I complicate things for myself, but hopefully I didn't do that in this pantry organization. All right, you all, sit back, relax, grab your drink, grab your snack, and enjoy this pantry organization. So as you guys can see, I have a very small pantry. So this time I decided to purchase this rack. The only thing about the rack is that it's short, and it's short because we have 8-foot doors downstairs. That was one of the upgrades that we did. We didn't want, the regular size doors. We wanted the taller doors, but it's going to work because I want to be able to house like the overflow or the excess seasonings that we use. So hopefully I can be able to house them. And then at the very top, I'll add items that we don't use on a daily basis. But this rack here came from Amazon. Now this step here is very, very important. It helps me when I go ahead and pull the containers that I'm going to use inside the pantry. It helps me to pull them and to organize them before I start placing any foods in there. So I like to place them throughout the pantry and then take a step back and look to see how functionable it's going to be for me and my family. I do think I am going to change because I always do. But like I said, I'm going to add all the pieces in. I'm using glass containers with wood tops. I'm using different tones and shapes and sizes of wicker baskets. I'm even going to be utilizing some black wire baskets as well too, and I'm going to be using some clear glass containers with black lids as well. So you guys just continue to watch and trust the process. Placement is very important in your pantry when you are using organization bins, and that depends on what types of dry goods and liquids that you do have in your pantry. Now, the only thing that I purchased for this pantry organization is the rack that I'm using on the door. Everything else I already had. I pulled from cabinets, under counter cabinets, and linen closets and all. I just went through and started pulling. Now, the flour and the sugar containers, I had those already in there, and all I did was just refill them. So I wanted to include them in there because I do want the pantry to look aesthetically pleasing, as you can see I have done here. So I think I have everything the way that I want it. I think it's going to be easy, and I think it's going to be functional as well too. But as we go through, you'll see me changing some things throughout, like I said, just to make it functional and easy for us to be able to come in and to go out of the pantry. Okay, you all, I think I have the snack section all done. And needless to say, just for me and hubby, we have a lot of snacks. But Haley and Jacob like snacks too, so when they drop the baby off and pick the baby up, then they can grab some snacks too. And then we like them for game days and movie nights as well too. So this is what the snack section is looking like in the pantry. And believe it or not, I still have a larger box of chips, but those are just to replenish when we get low inside the pantry. So far I am liking it, but I gotta see about all the other items that have to go in here. But like I said, this is what the snack section is looking like right now, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Okay, so as you guys saw earlier, I added this hanging rack. Now, all of our doors downstairs, we didn't get the standard size height, you guys. So the door is all the way up there, but the rack is standard. So if I put anything up here, I would have to get the ladder, and it's got to be something that we don't use often. So that's what will go up there. But in the meantime, all of the extra seasonings that I don't have in the seasoning containers, I have them housed here. And I tried to house them by brand. Like these are the Great Value seasonings here. And then these are the Fiestas. Then we have the McCormick. We have the Badillas, and then we have the Fresh Fine seasoning. Then of course the black pepper there, and Old Bay, season all, and then these are just obsolete names of seasonings. Okay, so that's what it's looking like so far. And everything here I use on a regular, and I can reach it as well too. But anyway, we do have a step ladder inside the pantry, so it shouldn't be a problem. So I am going to utilize those two racks up there. Maybe not the top one, because it may have problems closing unless it's something that's short. All right, you guys, if you're liking this pantry organization, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching. Welcome to my pantry organization video. Thank you all so much for being patient. This is actually day 2 of me trying to clean and organize my pantry and restock some items that were in the pantry. So yeah, whenever I do my pantry, y'all, it takes me a couple of days because I have to take everything out, and I have to go through dates and toss what is expired, and then I have to clean it out, and then I have to place the containers where I think I want them to go and organize those pretty well, and then start adding the foods that I want in the different containers to ensure that it's aesthetically pleasing as well as being functional for the family. So you all, if this is your first time here, I welcome you with open arms to At Home with Lisa. If this is content that you like, please go ahead and click on that thumbs up, and also click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will know every time I am bringing content to you guys. Y'all, when I say I'm exhausted, I am exhausted. So without further ado, I know you guys are excited and you guys are ready to see this pantry reveal. And oh yeah, by the way, this was my wreath I have on the outside of the pantry door. And y'all see, I was mentioning in the video how tall the doors are. So yeah, all right, you all, without further ado, let's go ahead and go inside. So first, let's go ahead and look at what we have done to this rack here on the inside of the door. Do I wish that it would have come down further? Absolutely, but because of the height of the door, then this is the size that this came in. Now, if it comes in longer lengths, I have no idea. I didn't even think about that when I purchased it. But anyway, I decided to go ahead and put my miscellaneous seasonings over here, and I tried to place them according to the name of the seasoning. I did mention this in an earlier clip. And then anything that I really don't use on a regular, like the tahini, the metamucil, the salt, cornstarch, and the flavoring and the crawfish, I put it to the very top because I don't use that often. But everything else we do use, and it is in my reach. So I like that I did that because this pantry is very, very small, and so this helped to minimize the clutter in the pantry because we are a seasoned family and we love to utilize different seasonings. Okay, so let's go into the pantry. So as you can see, I have used some different wicker baskets here to house our paper plates. Don't come from in the comments, y'all. Yes, we use paper plates in this house, okay? Because every day I don't feel like washing a whole lot of dishes when I do cook. And like if we eat out, we have leftovers, hey, we can just put it on a paper plate, put it in the microwave, and we're good to go. And then the other basket is housing our drinkware. Now, the next row, as you can see, we have canned goods, and we have noodles, and we have bagged and boxed and seasoned packets in here as well too. And then we have all of the different types of rice in here. And then over here, we have snacks. Now, y'all, I must be the first one to admit that we have too many snacks. This is ridiculous. We have too many snacks. So as you saw in the earlier clip, the snacks go all the way up. And they go there. And they're in the back there. Okay. So now let's go ahead on to our next row. So we have this beautiful round wicker basket. And then we have canisters here with all of our noodles. And then we have our seasonings. Now, before these trays here, I had 3 of these, I believe. I had 3 of these. So I was able to downsize to 2 because I used the rack over the door. And then we just have some cornmeal in the back. And then I do have a couple of other canisters that I have to put back here with the cornmeal, but I just didn't do it because one of the items I'm out of. And then of course snacks are right there. So that's looking really, really manageable, functional, aesthetically pleasing. Now the next aisle or shelf is we have our turntables or Lazy Susan, whichever terminology you would like to use. We have them with all our different sauces and all, and liquids and dressings. And then in the back we have the large containers of our sugar and our flour, along with some other containers here. And so that's that shelf. And then the very top shelf, we have the overflow in the boxes of different dry goods and oils. And then we have our cookbooks there. And then that's the overflow. Now I do have to add my mixer up there. I have to wait for hubby. But I have to add my mixer, and then this hook right here, this is where all of this is where we place all of our aprons here. But I wanted to paint a little bit there, so I didn't hang those up. And I may not hang them up, I may just put them in a basket, because I do have a second basket that is empty that I'm not using, but I think I prefer them to be hung. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna step back and let you guys see the full pantry look. I think it turned out nicely. You all let me know down in the comment section if you like how I organized the pantry. So yeah, you guys, that is my pantry. This is the way it is looking. And I think I did a good job. It probably took me longer than what it should have taken me. But anyway, I got the job done. I got it fixed. I got it organized. I got all of the outdated items that were in here. They are in the dumpster. Well, all right, you guys, if you like how my pantry turned out, please don't hesitate to give me a big thumbs up and leave me some sweet, loving, and kind comments down below. Now, if anyone wants to know where I get any of these baskets or these trays from, just let me know down in the comment section, and I will let you know where I got, you know, specific ones from that you may be asking about. But I do know some came from Home Good, some came from what's the name of the place, Amazon, and I think that's where I got all of them from, Amazon and Home Goods. Yeah, I do think so. I think that's where I got all of them from. I can't think of another store that I may have gotten these from. But anyway, that's where they all came from. If you are interested in a specific one, just let me know which one you're interested in, and I will respond and let you know. All right, you guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye bye, love bugs. See y'all in the next.
We at home with Lisa.